Hello guys, and here is the next urban news episode. I make these episodes weekly, so subscribe to the channel not to miss the future content. And before we start, of course, I'd like to thank all my amazing Patreon and not only Patreon supporters. And this time we start with Luxembourg, where a new section of the Tram network has recently been launched, connecting the city with Findel Airport. From the previous Lux Expo end station, the line has been extended by 3.9 kilometers and has only one intermediate stop at Hainhaf parking right, so the trams move very rapidly. The line partially runs along the A1 highway, which is also crossed by a 110-meter viaduct. The line T1, with a total length of 16.2 kilometers, was opened in parts in 2017 and now serves 24 stops between two terminals at the stadium and the airport and uses 32 7-section CAF Airbus trams. The tram arrives at the airport every 8 minutes during most of the day, while the central section of Lux Expo Lissabon Week is served every 4 minutes. Further plans to expand the tram include 4 additional lines and the intercity line to Aix-Alzette. All of these will be built in phases over the coming years, so that by 2035 300,000 passengers are expected to use the trams every weekday. The current number is 100,000 per day, which is already a very solid number, especially for a city with a population of just under 130,000. By the way, since 2020, all public transport in Luxembourg has been completely free for both residents and tourists. The French city of Montpellier is working to improve its bus network based on BRT principles in parallel with the development of its tram network, which already has 4 lines. And to emphasize the proximity to the successful tram in terms of frequency, punctuality, comfort, and attractiveness, the new network is being branded as Bus Tram. Recently, representatives of the city, the region, and bus manufacturer MAN Truck and Bus France presented the design concept for the first bus tram line developed by the well-known French poster artist and illustrator Alain Lecernec. MAN is supplying a total of 70 electric buses with a range of 250 kilometers, and they are divided into 50 mainline City 12E and 20 articulated mainline City 18E. The launch of new system is scheduled for May 2025. The project entails creation of 5 lines that will complement the existing public transport network and thus provide a modern response to the changing mobility needs in the region. From 2025, 70% of the capital region's population and 90% of the Montpellier itself will be covered by tram and bus services. Meanwhile, Japanese railway company JR East has unveiled the first pictures of the new generation E10 Shinkansen high-speed train developed by the British company Tangerine. It will replace the existing E2 and E5 series of the Tohoku line, and the first trains are expected to start operation in 2030. Shinkansen E10 features advanced technologies tested on the Alpha X experimental train. The braking distance has been reduced by 15% compared to existing models, and a new seismic shock absorption system has been introduced to minimize train damage and derailments. The train will maintain a maximum operating speed of 320 km per hour, which is in line with current Tohoku Shinkansen services. It is planned that operational testing will begin in the autumn of 2027. A total of 10 trains will replace the E5 series currently operating on the Hayabusa and Hayate lines, as well as the E2 serving the Yamabiko and Nasuno lines. Meanwhile, in Czechia, they announced plans to build 2 underground rail tunnels in Prague with a total length of 10.6 kilometers. These new tunnels are expected to boost capacity of the Prague trains and unload public transportation system. The first tunnel will run from north to south, starting from the new partially covered station at the Florence metro interchange, connecting the interchange near Smíchov and Vršovice. The second tunnel from northeast to southwest will stretch from the new metro station at Karlin to Smíchov, with stops at Wenceslas Square and Karlov Square. And the tunnels will connect at a 2-story underground interchange under Prague's main station, which will facilitate train transfers and reduce congestions in the city center. Each tunnel will be able to carry 16 trains per hour in each direction. The project budget is estimated at 7.4 billion euros, with tunneling work scheduled to begin in 2035 and be completed in 2047. Transport operator MPK Kraków has announced that PESA has won a framework tender for the supply of up to 90 trams. So they are purchasing 3 types of trams in 2 different lengths: one-way and two-way units with a length of 32 meters and one-way units with a length of 42 to 45 meters. The first contract should include at least 15 trams in each of these 3 types. In addition to PESA, Škoda also took part in the tender for the supply of 42-meter trams, and its offer was 10 million euros more expensive. Dutch rail operator NS has unveiled a full-scale model of its new double-decker train ordered from the Spanish company CAF, with production set to begin in the second half of the year. New trains will have improved accessibility. Single-story sections on both sides provide level boarding, making the train more accessible for wheelchair users and passengers with strollers. The order will consist of 60 trains, 30 with 4 cars and 30 with 6 cars, providing a total capacity of about 30,000 seats. The maximum speed of the train is 160 km per hour. Amenities include a wheelchair-accessible toilet, power outlets, USB-C chargers, and digital screens displaying real-time travel information. The design is based on feedback from more than 600 passengers who tested the interior concepts during Dutch Design Week in 2018. The first of these new generation double-decker trains is expected to enter service in 2029. The first of 29 Stadler Tina trams has arrived to the German city of Rostock and was presented to the local press and city officials for the first time. By the way, such trams are already in operation in Darmstadt and Basel, and also the city of Halle Saale received the first such unit in December 2024, and the city of Gera will also get 6 Tina trams starting in 2026. The new trams will gradually replace some of the NGT6 trams which were built between 1994 and 1996 and are being decommissioned after around 30 years of continuous operation. The fully air-conditioned 3-section cars are approximately 32 meters long and have a seating capacity of 216 passengers, 75 of which are seated. The total value of the order is 103 million euros. And that's all the news for this time. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.